Ohayo.
Ohayo. Welcome to the So Japanese podcast, a podcast about all things Japan from a
Japanese
and foreign perspective. We are your hosts. My name is John.
My name is Ryusuke.
Thank you for joining us today.
ありがとうございます。
Today's episode is our first street level Japanese podcast. So we decided to, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with our street level Japanese segments, but from now on, we want to make it into a podcast, a standalone podcast on itself, part of our channel. So this is episode 1.
Yep. Let's do it.
So for our new listeners that are finding our Street Level Japanese podcast, so Street Level Japanese, our goal with it is to introduce casual, slang, informal Japanese to you guys. So Japanese that is harder to find from textbooks, from traditional Japanese language teachers, Japanese language classes. We ourselves were not Japanese language teachers, but we hope to, provide a place where you can learn Japanese in a more casual manner. So today's episode, we're going to focus on the negative forms of the language. So words like no, wrong, can't, don't. How we're going to do it with this episode is we're going to introduce each word and break down the politeness levels and then give you an example of the street level version of it.
Yep.
So the 4 politeness levels that we're going to use are super formal, formal, informal, and street level.
Yeah.
So to give you guys an idea of when to use the different politeness levels. So for super formal, you would use this form to a boss, an elderly person, someone older than you,
or business
in a business setting, talking to clients, customer service. Japanese would fall into this category. Next, we have formal. You would use it to a coworker, like someone around the same level as you, maybe someone that's slightly older, or if you're meeting someone for the first time, first date. And then informal, you use it with friends and family.
Yep.
And then street level, you use it with close friends, siblings, or if you're super angry. Yeah. I guess like with learning different languages, the language you use when you're super angry is a good sense of like how the slang sounds like, right?
Yeah.
Because no one's really like super angry, but using a polite register, right?
No. And then because like as like myself, when I abroad, I focus how to speak English was like how I can speak more naturally
Exactly.
with other English speaker.
Exactly.
And I guess so as John, same when he was in Japan, he focused on how he can talk to Japanese people more like natural way.
Exactly.
So
yeah, when I was living in Japan, I didn't learn Japanese through a textbook. I just learned from working at a bar, talking. I wanted to mimic and understand how normal people spoke. Because I noticed that like when trying to watch the Japanese news, they didn't talk like the people did at the bar.
Definitely no.
Right?
No.
So like I wanted to use useful colloquial Japanese. And sometimes like me using the street level Japanese, that it's a form of Japanese that they wouldn't think a foreigner would know. It kind of caught them by surprise. And it kind of made them think that I was more fluent than I actually was or am. So it kind of like broke down the barrier. Because if right away they know that I'm a foreigner and I'm using really formal Japanese to them, it makes a normal Japanese person feel kind of weird and awkward. They don't know how to like
React
to you.
and talk.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you kind of just talk down to the basic street level, the conversation flows much easier.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, and I think that's for any type of language.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Any
Because
type
like,
of language.
again, like I started speaking English as like, I trying to mimic it other people when they talk with other friends. And that's how I start. And then like, I like to speak more like formal. If you know how to speak regular language, the language, and then you will actually get it at some point.
Yes.
But if you trying to go from the difficult format, for me, because I'm not so smart, it's more difficult.
Yeah.
It takes way more time. And then like sometimes you don't know even how long you can actually start talking with other people. But in this way, you can actually shortcut
Yes, exactly.
to get more opportunity to talk other people.
To practice with.
Exactly. And then it ended up you can talk more. Then like for my situation, now I can even read English book too. So I think that's why we wanted to do this, to introduce like the different way to study. No, I mean like
Learn Japanese.
Yeah.
The whole goal is to make you sound more fluent than you actually are, maybe.
Also, I want you guys to enjoy to speak other language.
Yeah. So super formal Japanese in Japan, it's called
Keigo.
keigo. Keigo is the formal, the formal stuff, right? Job interviews, you use keigo.
Exactly.
For today's episode, we're going to talk about the negative forms, like negative words. It's interesting because keigo in Japanese, the Japanese language and the culture itself, it's not so direct. So it's kind of, even though you want to use formal Japanese, it's rude to say no anyway. So keigo in this episode, it's kind of like a roundabout way to say no, not no directly.
Just because this episode is all about negative term. So, yeah.
Exactly. So, our first word, no.
No.
But in terms of when someone asks you a yes or no question. So, no as a reply. Super formal.
申し訳ありません。
もしわけありません. Formal.
いいえ。
いいえ. Informal.
いいえ。
いいえ. So, shorter. And street level.
うん。
So this is a great example of what we mean. So it's so street level that it's not even really a word. It's just a sound.
No. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's how people in Japan on the street would say no. So for example, did you eat dinner yet?
うん。まだ。
So no, not yet. Do you have a car?
うん。持ってない。
No, I don't have. So is the street level for no.
Yeah.
When answering a yes or no question. All right. So the next one we have is wrong.
Wrong.
So when you're answering if something is true or not. So super formal is
いいえ、違います。
いいえ、chigaimasu. Formal
違います。
chigaimasu. Casual
違う。
chigau. Street level
チャウシ。
chaushi. So, for example, I'm going to say a statement. The capital of Japan is Osaka.
それ、チャウシ。
Sore chaushi. No, it's not. Did you gain some weight over the pandemic?
はチャウシ。
Chaushi. From my experience living in Japan, chaushi was kind of like said in a way where it's supposed to make you feel a little bit stupid.
Yeah.
Like it was a dumb question or a dumb statement. You made a dumb statement.
It's like,
Like,
huh? It's
Osaka is the capital of Japan. Are you dumb? Right?
Exactly.
So I get that vibe, right? Is that true?
Yeah.
Chaushi.
Definitely. Yeah.
I would say in general, though, with these politeness levels, if you are a tourist, you can pretty much stick to the informal, casual form.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, no one's expecting you to speak street level, but if you do, you'll surprise them for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, next word is can't.
Can't.
So if someone asks you if you're free or if you have time to do something together. So super formal.
申し訳ございません。
もしわけございません。
はい。
Formal.
すみません。
すみません。Informal.
ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。And street level.
ごめん。
ごめん。So I guess this is a good example of how, I guess, polite the language is, right? Like saying that you can't, you're really essentially saying sorry.
Yeah.
So instead of saying like no or can't,
Yeah.
like a negative word, you say sorry.
Yeah.
Instead.
And then also, if someone you study Japanese, you might think it's not できません.
Yeah.
It is true, but also you don't really say straight up to the face, no.
Dekimasen, like I can't do it. Like it's
Exactly.
seen as really rude, right?
Exactly. That's why we choose this one.
So gomen nasai. So for example, do you want to meet up for lunch on Saturday?
ごめん。もう予定あるわ。
So sorry, I already have plans. Can I borrow your car this weekend?
ごめん。その日は車使うわ。
Sorry, I'm going on a road trip this weekend. So sorry is the way to say I can't.
Exactly. If you have a Japanese friend, how many times they say sorry?
Right? Gomen.
Yeah. I used to say sorry so many times and I stop it.
So I guess like
sorry, not sorry.
The Japanese are similar to Canadians that way.
Yeah.
They always say sorry.
Yeah. It's good. It's pride. Yeah.
The next one, can't again, but when someone asks you if you can do something for them. So not if you're free to do something together, but like a favor, right? So super formal.
それはいたしかねます。
Okay, this is a hard one. それはいたしかねます.
Yes, correct.
それはいたし
かねます。
かねます.
This is super pride way.
See, like, I've never ever, again, I didn't work in a office setting.
Yeah.
But I've never heard anyone talk like this. Watching anime, watching Terrace House, like no one's talking like this, right? So to me, what's the point of, I guess, making effort, wasting time learning this formal Japanese? So formal.
それはできません。
それはできません. Informal.
それはできない。
それはできない. And street level.
無理。
無理. I get like a rude vibe from saying muri. Is it seen as rude?
Yes, it's rude.
Okay.
But because of street level Japanese, it means like you used to your close friend or siblings or maybe your partner. So in that case, you can use it and they don't take as personal.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the different ways to say muri? Like, you can, I feel like the shorter you make it, muri is like really short and like rude.
You can put this. Muri desu.
Muri desu. To kind of like soften it.
Yeah.
Muri
Muri
desu.
desu. Yeah.
Okay, so for example, can you pick me up from work today?
今日は無理。
So today I can't. Can you skateboard?
無理。怖い。
I can't. Too scared. So, muri desu. All right. I feel like I hear muri all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the way people say I can't.
Yeah.
Muri. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard, like, you know, dekinai. I know like deki is like can, right?
But I think dekinai is more when the person who trying to do something, and then for example, I'm doing puzzle,
Okay.
and then you ask me like, "Hey, Ryusuke, how's going?"
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I say, dekinai.
like I can't do it. Like I'm struggling to do it.
dekinai.
Not I can't physically do it, but like
dekinai.
like it's hard or okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Don't do that. So telling someone to not do it. Super formal,
なりません。
narimasen. Formal,
いけません。
ikemasen. Informal,
ダメだよ。
dame dayo. Street level,
ダメ。
dame. Dame dayo, I've heard. That's like pretty casual, right? Pretty informal. Dame, street level, is like the most popular way, right? It's the easiest way, right? So, for example, kids are running around the pool deck.
走っちゃダメ。
Don't run. A close friend is saying something inappropriate about another friend.
それは言っちゃダメ。
So, don't say that, right? It's not nice.
No, it's
Right.
not nice. ダメ。
I feel like for dame or dame dayo, the tone really matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like, don't do that. You can say it in like an angry tone, right? Like, don't do that. Or like, don't do that. So how would the different tones be for dame?
Dame is like, so if like for example, kids is running by the pool, and then parents goes like, 走っちゃダメだよ.
Okay.
But just keep running.
Yeah.
Then they go like, ダメ.
Okay, so then elevates,
Exactly.
right? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Next one is stop doing that. So when someone is doing something to you that you don't want, or something that is you're not welcome, you're not welcoming for them to do it to you. So super formal,
やめてください。
yamade kudasai. Formal,
嫌です。
iya desu. Informal,
嫌だ。
yara. And street level,
やめろ。
yamero. Living in Japan, I hear yara. I rarely ever heard yamero. Right? Is that true? Like that's like
You
I
don't
guess
say
when
much.
you're really angry, right? Okay. So going back to the tones, if the word has like a R sound, we mentioned it before in segments in the past. If you roll the R longer, the more angry you sound.
Yeah, it's like I said, like やめろ
Yamero.
or やめろ.
It's so hard for me to roll that
Oh,
R.
really?
Yeah, I can't do it.
え
Because I'm a polite guy. I don't know how to be rude, right?
Yeah.
But like,
But you guys, like English speakers, you guys use more time than us. We only use when we are angry.
you see some like TikTokers
Yeah.
that try to teach you like the gangster way, like
Yeah, like
um,
the bad way.
the bad way to say words, the how do you say?
Like この野郎 or
Yeah, right. Like swear words and stuff like that. The R gets like the
it's
Yakuza
always-
way.
Yeah. この野郎
Yeah, I can't do it. It's so hard. Like for situations like this, for like the rolling R, it's good information for us to give you. But like rarely will you interact with anyone in Japan that like would roll an R to you. Or where like you would need to roll an R to someone. Like really rarely, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I don't. Yeah. I only use like few times. Well, when I was a kid
yeah.
with my sister, yes, I did.
Yeah, right.
But except my sister, I don't think maybe 1 or 2 times when I get super mad. Yeah.
Like it's a good information to know because if you watch movies, anime, when characters are fighting,
Yep.
yeah, you'll hear the rolling R, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But like in this way, yamero
Mm-hmm.
it's used for like physical actions, not like, hey, be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like unwanted touching.
Mm-hmm.
So like in Japan, there's like, it's always been a big problem, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's getting any better,
Mm-hmm.
but like public groping.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan, it's called chikan.
Chikan. Yeah.
Chikan.
Yeah.
So if you ever been to Japan,
Mm-hmm.
or if you plan to go and
Mm-hmm.
you visit,
Mm-hmm.
you should pay attention to the train systems, because there's some trains that are only reserved for women
Mm-hmm.
because of this groping problem they have
Mhm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is like people that are gathered in crowded spaces,
Mm-hmm.
men will try to come close to you and like grab you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So using this example
Mm-hmm.
for unwanted physical actions or touching,
Mm-hmm.
how would it sound like? So for example, you're
Mhm.
riding on a train.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy is purposely leaning on me, trying to touch my ass.
Mm-hmm. And then you might start saying like やめてください.
Okay, so the polite,
Mhm.
formal,
Mm-hmm.
super formal way
Mhm.
first. Okay.
Because it might be accidentally
Accident,
happen
that's true.
too.
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
also you kind of
Or suspect of it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so it doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
The guy still is trying to lean on me, trying to touch me.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe I would elevate it and say,
やめろ.
Yamero.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously loud enough
Louder.
where
Yeah.
other
To
passengers would hear, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Is
Mhm.
this like a problem mostly on trains or pretty much any like public
It could be
spaces?
anywhere.
Oh,
'Cause, like
really?
and it could be not just female actually. I know my friend,
Mhm.
like the guy friend,
Mhm.
they also got same happen
Okay.
at the trains too, and sometimes on the street, some guys trying to show something or
Okay.
somebody trying to do something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost become like a fetish in Japan. It's so weird.
I know.
This situation, right?
It's crazy.
All right. So,
Mm-hmm.
how about another example?
Mhm.
My friend is getting super annoying and keeps making fun of my looks. Like I got a new haircut and
Mhm.
it's kind of weird looking.
Mhm.
And my friend keeps making fun of me and I
Mhm.
want them to stop. Can I say like, "Omae yamero"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're annoying.
I'm annoyed about
Yeah.
So, but it's like not physical touching though. It's like words.
Oh, you can still say it.
Okay.
Stop saying that.
Okay, stop
Yeah.
saying that.
Yeah.
How about like "omae damare"?
Yeah, that's more stop saying that. Yes.
That's more like
actually.
shut up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damare.
Damare. So yeah, omae yamero is actually like John said. It's sort of like physical activity happen,
Okay.
but if just by the word,
Mm-hmm.
people are trying to like make fun of you or like laugh at you, then definitely you go like omae damare.
So going back to don't do that,
Mm-hmm.
street level is dame.
Mm-hmm.
Would a ruder way be damero?
You don't
Damare?
say
Damare?
damare. No.
No?
No.
Okay, so damare means shut up.
Shut up.
Okay, shut
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But how about like urusai?
Yeah, urusai also. Urusai is more, to me, it's more like soft. And I'm like, urusai.
Oh,
it's like,
okay.
Yamete urusai.
It's like a little bit annoying.
Uh-huh.
But like damare is like I mean it. Like
Yeah,
shut the fuck
damare, that means, sorry.
up.
Like,
Okay.
you're
okay.
serious now. Okay. Calm down.
Okay.
I did too much.
Is omae like
Mm-hmm.
really rude too?
Yes.
So omae means you.
You.
So omae damare, you shut up.
Yes.
But so omae you would only say when you're angry?
Mostly, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's
Mhm.
do another example.
Mhm.
An annoying action.
Mhm.
You mentioned before that when you and your sister were kids,
Mhm.
going to sleep,
Mhm.
she would always try to touch you with her cold feet, like
Mhm.
bother you.
Mhm.
Sibling shit,
Mhm.
right? You would say,
お前やめろ Then I go really loud
uh-huh.
to make sure my parents hear that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what if your parents hear you roll your R?
And then they go like my sister's name. Hey, I know what you're doing to Ryusuke. Don't do it.
But it's not like they never say like, oh, you shouldn't say it like that because it's rude.
No, because
No?
they know my sister was annoying me.
Okay.
That's why. Because I don't really use that.
Okay.
So they also know if
Yeah.
I say yamera, that
Yeah,
means
yeah.
oh Ryusuke is so mad, or because of his sisters like just keep bothering him.
How about in like school? If
Mhm.
a teacher heard two students call each other like omae, yamero,
They're
damare.
coming. They're coming and hey, what are you guys doing? Or we can also joke about it in between friends.
Okay.
Oh my.
Uh-huh.
So in between friends, of course, the sounds will be different.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like oh my.
The tone again. The
Exactly.
tone is a
We
big
go
thing,
like
right?
oh my sa,
Uh-huh.
or like oh my.
So would teachers be like, when you're like young elementary,
Mm-hmm.
to tell you to not say omae?
Yeah.
Like, don't use that, right?
Don't. Yeah. You shouldn't call someone oh my.
So pretty much all the street level examples here,
Mm.
an elementary school teacher would be like, yeah, you shouldn't say it like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If you're teaching a
definitely.
young
Yeah.
kid that.
I mean,
right?
like they don't teach this.
Okay. So yeah, exactly. They don't teach this, right?
Yeah.
So we will post all our like the different politeness levels
Mm-hmm.
in Romanji and
Mhm.
Hiragana
Mm-hmm.
on the podcast description
Mm-hmm.
if you guys want to refer to it.
Yeah.
Again, this is our first episode that we're doing a standalone street level Japanese episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we're working through the kinks, trying to figure out what our listeners like.
Mm-hmm.
So give us feedback, please.
Yeah.
We'll also take street level Japanese episode suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, we would love to maybe answer questions
Mm-hmm.
about street level Japanese.
Definitely.
You know, if you guys hear some Japanese that you've never heard before, or from watching anime or movies, and you're always interested, what does this mean? And I can't find it in a textbook,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't hear it from my Japanese teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know. We would like to share the intricacies of casual, colloquial, street level Japanese.
Hi.
And I think like the title of this is pretty self-explanatory, right?
Yeah.
Street level Japanese,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
Japanese used on the street.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do a quick recap. Just the
Mm-hmm.
the street level words. So
Yep.
saying no to
Mhm.
answer a yes or no question, it is
Ooh.
saying something is wrong,
Mm-hmm.
like not true, not right.
Mm-hmm. chaushi.
chaushi. When you want to say can't, in terms of like you're not free to do something.
Mm-hmm. ごめん.
Gomen.
Mhm.
If you can't do a favor for someone,
無理.
muri. Don't do that.
ダメ.
Dame.
Mhm.
Stop doing that.
やめろ.
Yamero.
Mhm.
And that does it for the first street level Japanese podcast episode.
Hi.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
I hope so.
Yeah, again, thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
If you do like it, please rate, review, subscribe.
Mhm.
A really important thing for
Mhm.
us to help spread our podcast
Mhm.
is if you guys would share it.
Yes.
So if you have a friend or friends that are also learning the language or are interested about learning Japanese, share this podcast with them.
Yeah.
Share our TikTok clips to them. And it'll really, that I think really helps the channel, the podcast grow more than anything. So
And
we
also,
would really appreciate that.
Yeah. And also, if you already done that, thank you so much.
Yes,
and then
yes.
because of you guys, we keep doing this. And then please support as long as you like. And we will keep doing this too.
Yeah. So stay tuned for more Street Level Japanese episodes. It's going to be an ongoing thing.
はい。
ありがとう。バイバイ。
ありがとう。バイバイ。